Here's how to express being careful in Spanish. So what we're talking about is saying things like I'm careful or I'm being careful. Now in Spanish, what they say is I have care. This feels a little bit strange at first, but you'll soon get used to it. So this thing I have care is literally tengo cuidado. The key word here is cuidado. We have qui and then dado. So tengo cuidado means I'm careful. Try to say it now for yourself. I'm careful. Tengo cuidado. How would you say you're careful? Tienes cuidado. She's careful. Tiene cuidado. We're careful. Tenemos cuidado. They're careful. Tienen cuidado. Let's take a new word for practice now. The word is going to be for money. In Spanish, the word is dinero. So we have dinero, and it's a masculine word ending in er. So el dinero would be the money. Now in English, we would typically say something like, I'm careful with money. In Spanish, they would say, I'm careful with the money. So they throw the into it. How would you say that now? I'm careful with money. Tengo cuidado con el dinero. What about asking, are you careful with money? ¿Tienes cuidado con el dinero? He's careful with money. Tiene cuidado con el dinero. We're careful with money. Tenemos cuidado con el dinero. What about this one? We're being careful with our money this week. Tenemos cuidado con nuestro dinero esta semana. They're careful with money. Tienen cuidado con el dinero. How would you say, I'm always careful with my money? Siempre tengo cuidado con mi dinero. He's always careful with his car. Siempre tiene cuidado con su carro. Let's look at the future now. How would you say, I'm going to be careful with my money this month? Voy a tener cuidado con mi dinero este mes. You're going to be careful. Vas a tener cuidado. She's going to be careful with the car. Va a tener cuidado con el carro. We're going to be careful. Vamos a tener cuidado. How would you say they're going to be more careful? Van a tener más cuidado. Literally, they're going to have more care. We can also combine this with a lot of other handles. For example, how would you say you should be careful? Deberías tener cuidado. You have to be careful. Tienes que tener cuidado. You need to be more careful. Necesitas tener más cuidado. I want to be more careful. Quiero tener más cuidado. I would like to be more careful with my money. Me gustaría tener más cuidado con mi dinero. Let's look at those handles once more. In this example, we're saying you should be careful. And in Spanish, it would be you should have care, because we have deberías, you should, tener, have, cuidado, care. So you should have care is how they would say you should be careful. This one, you have to be careful, in Spanish would be like you have to have care. Tienes que is the handle, and then have care, tener cuidado. This one, you need to be more careful. In Spanish, it would be like you need to have more care. So anywhere you see this verb to be, in Spanish is becoming to have. You need to have more care. Necesitas tener más cuidado. This is why it's a little bit unusual. It feels a bit strange to say it in this way, but it is how they do it in Spanish. It's how it sounds natural. So they're using always tener cuidado for to be careful. Finally, let's go into the past. How would you say I was careful? Tenía cuidado. You were careful. Tenías cuidado. He, she, or it was careful. Tenía cuidado. We were careful with our money. Teníamos cuidado con nuestro dinero.